Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today, and I am so excited to finally do my first listen / full-on album review of Seraphim's 4th mini album titled Crazy. As some of y'all saw already, I absolutely love the buck wild crazy MV for their title track Crazy, and loved the voguing to the amazing message in the song. And if anything I've learned about Seraphim across the comebacks and ever since their debut, they really put out special meaningful title tracks that you can really understand right away when it comes to their lyricism and the way they project themselves. But when it comes to their B-sides as well, that's the same case. Meaningful B-sides that provide a special message or tackle a certain theme or concept, you feel me, in a cohesive kind of manner across their mini albums. But now onto this 4th one. I'm really interested in how this one's gonna go with 4 brand new tracks to indulge in. So hey, let's cut to the chase here. Let me bring up the first B-side. We got the 13 Collective on this one with Score and Megatone working behind the scenes with Seraphim. Let's go. What is the start to the song here?
우리 강아지가 너무 보고 싶어. 싫어?
Shiro? Oh my goodness, that was Shiro?
시간 날 때 보면 되지. 더 중요한 게 있잖아. I keep craving Greek yogurt. I swear I could live off it for the rest
Greek yogurt.
알레르기あるんでしょ? 具合が悪くなったらどうするの? 編み物してると時間が経つのも忘れちゃう. You've got time for that? You have so many more important things to do. 난 감정을 못 숨기겠어. 사랑받고 싶다고 말해.
I can't hide my feelings.
맞아,愛される資格がいるんじゃないの? そんなこと言ってたらもっと
Earn love.
夢中になれそうなことを見つけたいな. 完全にハマっちゃうような.
Wow, this dialogue, this conversation going on.
하는 것도 따라가기 바쁘지 않아? 막상 진짜 미치지도 못할 걸? そうやっていちいち計算して 私たちが予想した通りになってる
So the things turn out the way we expected.
아니, 사실 뭐가 맞는지 모르겠어.
Wow.
頭の上の天気を変えることはできないって. 날씨를 바꿀 수
Can't change the weather.
Can't change the weather. 그렇다면
I see what they're saying here.
Chasing lightning.
Chasing lightning.
설렘을 따르는 거야. 今を変えるの. 今立っているこの地を変えてみせる. Change the ground.
Change the ground. Hey. I love the hook to this track.
우리 강아지가 너무 보고 싶어.
Now, before we progress, it seems like into this intro track that leads it up so cleanly already into Crazy, it seems like. I love how Chasing Lightning tackles immediately right away about one's uncertainties and uncertainties about like everything, like what they're doing right now, what are they gonna do in the future, you know what I'm saying? Their aspirations, right? Their passions, you know, whether it be something that minimal like having Greek yogurt, you know what I'm saying? But then there's also this twist to it where it's like societal expectations or what others think or the haters, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? I hear what they're putting down, you know? Like, oh, wow.
잠깐이라도 껴안고 싶어. 아무리 힘들어도 보고 싶어.
And with this uncertainty,
뭐 어떡해?
we can't change everything around us. There's only so much we can do.
알레르기あるんだよね. でもそれでハッピーになれるなら食べなきゃどうしようもないもんね. 編み物してると時間が経つのも忘れちゃう.
When I crochet.
Even if you don't have the time. Because doing what you love makes you feel alive. 난 감정을
Right.
못 숨기겠어. 사랑받고 싶다고 말할래. ならそう言ってみなよ. 声に出せずに苦しむよりもその方がマシ. そうでしょ? 夢中になれそうなことを見つけたいの. 完全にハマっちゃうような何かを. 사실 나도
Something I want to be passionate about.
미친다는 건 내가 좋아하는 걸 믿는 거니까.
Ain't that true?
넌 이미 충분해. 일단 미쳐보는 거야. 번개를 쫓는 거야. Chasing lightning. この音楽に乗ってウォーキングするの.
Walk to this music.
くるくる回って倒れるまで. What are you looking at? It's fun going insane. 그게 뭐라도 자꾸 생각난다면 지금 하는 거야.
Wow. That's who we are. Right? Being true to yourself.
살아있다는 걸 느낄 수 있잖아. Only I can make myself crazy. We can dance under the lightning.
We can dance under the lightning. Hey. We can dance under the lightning. Being risky with it. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this intro track that seems like a full-blown extended track. Because it's quite lengthy with it, right? But I like the twist and turn it takes, right? And the follow of it takes on the second half of this track, everyone. Now, first of all, there's some things to address here, like the hook, like Shiro starting this track, this intro track, and album in general is quite wild. But this is the point of the concept of this mini album and comeback as whole, to be crazy, to go insane. But in a good way, in your own way, you know what I'm saying? So, breaking down those walls and those walls of stereotypes and, like, mindsets and everything in your head where others will tell you what to do, tell what Rseraphim should do, or act in a way, or to do better on. That, you know, where people think it's critique, but it's not necessarily critique, but it's more so hate. Right? And I think a huge moment in the turning point in this track was Kura saying, hey, I want to do crocheting. I really want to do this. But then the answer moment is like, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people still haven't learned this in this modern day and age. I'm going to keep doing myself. You keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people have to get it so twisted to a point where they literally care so much about others in a way that it's not good, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you should be doing this and that, and not, you know, caring about, like, what they wanted to do, you know? So there's these important things in life that you should be pursuing, right? There's important things, and those important things don't necessarily have to be what others people think, right? It's what you truly think and what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? That prioritization of oneself and pursuit in life and happiness, just in the littlest of things, whether it be crocheting, whether it be Greek yogurt, to big dreams and aspirations ranging from those ends of the spectrum and all. But yeah, there's this also level of relatability, I feel like, which provides quite a bit of empowerment to everyone, all of us, this modern day and age, whether you're going into, you know, post-secondary studies, you don't know what to do as a career, right? Or anything, you know what I'm saying? Unsure about where you're heading in life and all that uncertainty that I'm talking about. At that key point, I want to point it out yet again. We're going to go through dead smack in the middle here about I love how the first half is like, we can't change the weather, but we just chase lightning, you know? Like, who would chase lightning? It's crazy to do so, but like, why not? We're chasing lightning that is perceived by others that is dangerous, but in our case, it's something that's more favorable for us, right?
우리 강아지가 너무 보고 싶어. 잠깐이라도 껴안고 싶어. 아무리 힘들어도 보고 싶으면
Man, the woofing
뭐 어떡해?
and that like drum bass work, it works somehow, you know what I'm saying? I love the looping of it.
I keep craving Greek yogurt. I swear I could live off it for the rest of my life.
Okay, now as we progress here. Yeah, time sure flies when I crochet.
Do it, even if you don't have the time.
Then do it even if you don't have the time, right?
Doing what you love makes you feel alive.
Because doing what you love makes you feel alive. It feels like you're so alive inside and you're doing what you actually want to do, right? And what you want to pursue, right? Like, hey, even though you don't have the time, like, you can make room to have the time, right? You don't have to prioritize other things, you know? Like, in certain circumstances, like, you gotta take care of yourself in a way, right? You don't have to cater towards others, right?
난 감정을 못 숨기겠어. 사랑받고 싶다고 말할래. 나라 서 있대미나요.
This, oh my goodness, this line here. I can't hide my feelings. I'm gonna say I want to be loved. True, ain't us all, right? Like, all of us want to be loved in one way or the other, right? And I can sense it in their shoes, especially, right? And whether you're a public figure, an influencer for me, part-time in a way, as much as I want everyone to love my personality, that's not going to be the case, right? You can't please everyone at the end of the day. You cannot, change the weather. You cannot change the things that are around you, but more so just keep on improving yourself and loving yourself. And by loving yourself, doing the things that you want to do. You feel me? So these lines here, very powerful, right? Don't hesitate. Just take the leap wherever you are.
망설이지 말고 뛰어내려. 살아있다는 걸 느낄 수 있잖아. Only I can make myself crazy. We can dance under the lightning.
And now the follow-up with a little bit of whispering on the layering there. We can dance under the lightning. That add here, the addition of this extra line here. Very fitting, right? Very fitting. We can go against the grain, right? You could chase the lightning and dance under it and continue to do what we want, right? Even though it's risky, I'm doing what I want to do at the end of the day, and I'm pursuing what I want to pursue. It's huge. I love how it wraps up with Unchained, this sort of like visualer aspect for chasing lightning off of their official channel, y'all. Wow, let me know your thoughts. First track in, pretty much a very prolonged intro track that sets up Crazy so perfectly. You feel me? I mean, imagine the year-end performances with Chasing Lightning and Crazy. That's gonna be crazy insane with it. And already, this is gonna be quite cohesive, I can tell. But really interested in how the next track's gonna go. So let's dive into the next track now. So this next B-side is titled Pierrot. I feel like this is gonna go crazy with it to the point where I'm gonna enjoy it as well. Because the titling of this track, first of all, and second of all, names that, sure, who have worked with Rseraphim in the past before, but in terms of lyrics, I feel like it's gonna go hard in the paint, especially with Supreme Boy and Martin in the mix, right? Like, sure, they've worked with Rseraphim in the past before, but whenever you see, right, hip-hop songwriters in the mix and artists in the mix like this in this modern day and age, I'm sure this is gonna go crazy with the energy, or maybe go hip-hop, maybe. That's just a guess, because keep in mind, I have not checked out the highlight medley at all. I skipped it this time around to be in a full, complete surprise for this era. So let me bring it up here right away. Let's go. Wait, there's no way they sampled. Okay. This is... Where's this going? And work. Wow. These lyrics. The bass work here too. Ooh, Kacey! Hey, hey, hey. That's insane. Do it cause it's fun. I love the hook to this song. Sorry for the sudden pause, but already from the sampling, right, with Kim On Sun song, in the intro, right? And then later on, as we progress into this verse 1, especially with Chaewon's line, right? Talking about looking like a doll, right? We're talking about these societal expectations. Matter of fact, this is a huge call out to those societal expectations and those frames of lenses where it's like, wow, you're an idol, you should look like a doll, you should look like this way, you know what I'm saying? Let me progress here. The day-to-day, same day-to-day, from Monday to Sunday, right? This is what Yinjin's tackling here. They say calm down, shut it and work, you know, shut it down of what you're gonna want to do instead, right? Just put your head down and keep on working hard, you know what I'm saying? But inside, I just want to drop the bomb and do something else, right? Good girl, be a doll, right? That's societal expectations. Be a good girl, be a doll, right? Do what you should do, you know what I'm saying? In their perspective and all. A word as hollow as a balloon. Oh my goodness, right? It really is critiquing about societal norms and expectations and how it's truly flawed, right? Instead of expressing oneself and having that individuality, you should be a doll. You should just play nice, be a good girl, do what you're good at, and yeah, right? Why is that the case? Why should that be the case? Matter of fact, for everyone, not just girls, but for the boys as well. This is an anthem truly for all of us. And I say for, you know, boys and girls because Kazuha, oh my goodness, she went hard in the paint on the fall off. I love the trap percussion to the bass. Pop. Girls at, girls at, where my boys at. Let the reins go loose. Those chains on ya. This, like, respectable line here, Kim Won-sun, Jung-hwa, who's next, right? Crazy girls of the new era, you know what I'm saying? Legends here that they're mentioning here. Kim Won-sun, Jung-hwa, who's next? Crazy girls of the new era. These are all significant legends who really paved the way for K-pop. I hate it when people say, hate's a strong word, but I gotta say it. I hate it when people say, oh, so-and-so paved the way. No, it's multiple individuals, and it's especially on that list of legends there, Kim Won-sun and Jung-hwa, right? And it's crazy is that we saw Jung-hwa recently in Chang'e's latest single, of course, special single for the music video and the cameo. But side note, really huge. Crazy girls in the new era. I think I like how it's pointing towards, you know, them in a way, right? They're building up to be the crazy girls in this modern day and age, to be daring, to break those societal norms, right? That's my girl. Going dumb. Dude, because it's fun. Wow, that was clever. That was definitely a Supreme Boy influence. Maybe in Martin as well. 808 claps. Ooh, Yunjin! The choir-like direction. I gotta say it already, one of the best things that have happened to the K-pop scene is integrating the likes of K-hip-hop, but in a K-pop kind of manner. There's like the best of both worlds, to have something that has this sing-alongable, chant-alongable factor by Sserafim is truly a match made in heaven automatically right away, right? You know, I think it's very typical for anyone to just, you know, take the hip-hop route and say, hey, I'm the best, right? Look at me, right? I'm a flex and all that. But no, this tackles about huge things that need to be talked about. Especially this modern day and age, there has to be a conversation about this, about people's expectations and societal norms that you gotta live up to, right? But backtracking here, this verse 2, wow, it really provides an excellent follow-up from verse 1. By the way, I really love this lead by Yeonjin, right? I love it. I love it so much. The FOMO path. Is it too soon or too late? Just that overthinking aspect. Do it now. La la la. Oh, Manche. Girls at where my boys at. I love the switch up with Manche here. IU and Lee Hyori, who's next? Crazy Girls, the new era, what I am more afraid of. Matter of fact is, I am not afraid of, like, what's going on, like, with people's expectations and living towards that. I'm actually, you know, being scared of and being more afraid of who's gonna be the crazy next legend to do it, you know what I'm saying? In a good way, right? Not necessarily in a bad way, right? I get it now, right? The follow-up here, especially when you're listing additional legends, right? In this progressive kind of manner now with IU and Lee Hyori as well. Going dumb. That's my girl. I'll solve the problem tomorrow. Wow, I'll give your advice half an ear. I'm not gonna listen to your advice fully because, like, you know, I can't necessarily say I can take it into consideration, but I don't have to listen to it fully to the point where I need to do what you want me to do or want me to live up to, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Cat. That's my girl. 808 claps. I love it. You know, this is where they really maximized the members' talents as well. In another B-side where we got not only, you know, Kazuha going hard in the paint with it, but like the moments that we got from Chaewon, right? Especially the way that she utilizes her voice, right? The cadence work by the members, you know what I'm saying? And I know, obviously, you can tell in this lyrics video that things were wrong, but I can understand who is going through. You know, especially with Yeonjin doing the lead there, right? With the opera-like lead coming through for this one. But yeah, I think we got a good amount of more Kura moments and Unchained moments than what was shown on the screen here. But either way, Pierrot, I love the intentions of this song. I love how purposeful this song is. And it's a reach out to all of us and to remind us, like, hey, you don't have to go into those societal, like, expectations and the norms and all. Matter of fact is, the system's very flawed in that case, right? And people are quite flawed by wanting you to do another thing that they think you should do when you should be doing what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't that sound familiar? with Chasing Lightning and Crazier already. Like, this is quite cohesive as a whole, right? And we're halfway, pretty much halfway, more than halfway through the album. We got 2 more tracks to follow up here, but yeah, so far my favorite B-side, if you couldn't tell, best of both worlds of K-hip-hop and K-pop all at once on an anthemic, meaningful kind of track here. You feel me? But let's dive into the next track now. So this next track here is titled 1-800 Hot and Fun. This one was expected to be on the album, of course. I checked it out on the Patreon, coming from their Coachella performance of it, and I sure loved every single bit of it, especially the passion and the performance that Rseraphim threw on in the song with the crazy buck wild lyrics, to be honest. But let me bring it up here right away. We're still gonna go through this because it's better to do a thorough listen throughout that album to get an understanding for the whole album as a whole. So I'm just gonna enjoy this with y'all here. Lots of lyrics.
Really, I'm honestly just sad about my shoes.
That are crazy.
Yeah. I like to dance when I party.
I love how it builds up in terms of the craziness in this song. Where the heck is Saki? Yep. It just went down in the lobby. Gotta love the rock guitar in this. Turn up the party.
Run it back, yeah, I like this track. Drop it back. Louie back round my neck. So classy.
Classy.
I bet you can get past me. Sweet angel, I'm so cute.
You gotta admit too.
Oh shit, oh my god, DJ play my favorite song. Raise the roof, let the dogs out. Play something by Beyonce.
I love that like singular synth or organ key there in the back there that's being held. But like these lyrics here, it is a lot to handle. Even though this is my second go around of the song, it's just been a minute from that live Coachella performance versus the studio version here. Quite admittedly, already you know the live performance is more energetic and buck wild with it, obviously, because they truly throw a performance in that live stage and all. But for this, right, I love how we're getting a huge, bigger understanding of where Saki is. Okay, that's at the very least. I could say, boom.
I like to dance at a party. I like to kiss everybody. Where the heck is Saki? She's waiting
down in the lobby. The party.
I like to dance when I party. I like to kiss everybody. Where the heck is
Saki.
She's waiting down in the lobby. I'm trying to break it down, yeah, baby, get it, turn up the party. 1-800 high and fun.
Oh, cool. Were there like synth strings in the back there? Or like those strings in the back? Like right here? Yeah, just very quick there. Hit my line. Every time. Favorite song by Beyonce. I mean, it hits differently. I love how each member has a turn at the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And just providing their own unique vocal color and tone to the song, right? It adds much needed texture to the song, you know what I'm saying? They could have kept it with the same member and it would have been like felt like repetitive, but it's so refreshing, you know? The pronunciation though, very clean. Saki. Lobby. Turn up the party. Hey. Nagasaki. Turn up the party. That's cool with that like synth string work. Nice bass guitar. The trap percussion. Man, this is indeed hot and fun by Sserafim, right? Gotta love how the lyrics play out, the cleverness, and where I think we figure out where the heck is Saki and all, but the vibes, right? The vibes are there for this one, where it's like you could just simply enjoy the song. Well-deserved song to promote. I'm definitely gonna check out the live stage with y'all on the Patreon for sure, without a doubt, and I'm sure I'm gonna sense the same energy or even more from the, of course, Coachella performance of 1-800 Hot and Fun. This was complete fire, y'all, and I love the sassiness in the delivery of the lines by all the members, right, and the unique one-of-a-kind vocal colors that are worked upon each other. Just the overall dynamic of this song amongst the members, you feel me? But let's dive into the final B-side now. So this final B-side is titled Crazier, and I'm absolutely loving who I'm seeing here on this particular song. We got Hyunjin on this. Oh my goodness, you know this one's gonna be uber meaningful with it, and quite possibly special, knowing her solo works already and what she's capable of writing, you know what I'm saying, and it being the final track. I'm sure the energy's gonna tone it down from especially Pierrot and like 1-800 Hot and Fun. Let me bring it up here right away. I'm probably gonna love this a lot. She's my bias to some y'all may already know. Straight chills already. Wow. Already, right away, I'm sorry for the pause right away, because I'm about to tear up like crazy, and we're not even a full minute into the song, but Crazier speaks on full lengths about one's life already, right? Let me bring it back up here already, okay? Want to go crazy, but it's too late, worried about what others may think of me. Is there always a point in our life where we think, oh, it's too late to do this, right? It's too late to pursue this, right? I am not on time to do this, right? It feels like this is not my moment, right? And then there's times where there's those inner thoughts, right? Those inner doubts of like worried what others may think of me and like of what I'm doing right now. Like there's that little bit of self-consciousness, if anything, a lot of self-consciousness justness there, and those worries, right? Mixture of worries, right? But the follow-up, love the chords here with the piano. Woo! It's not necessary it is, I would say, a slow burn kind of ballad already. But the follow-up here with Chaewon in verse 1, it's become a luxury movie cliche that I've written in my journal. There's that contrast. There's that ideal thing that I want to move towards, is like living life to the fullest, or right, that cliche, having a happy ending more so, you know, finding another significant other one, and like being well off, right, with money and all that stuff. And the bigger picture of it is beyond that movie cliche. It's the reality of things, right? And there's gonna be more build up on these lyrics here. I can already sense it. I was happy back then. Wow. Is it too much? I ask myself, are you enough? Wow. This verse 2, this transitioning moment, I love it so much. The levels of vulnerability in this song is something you gotta commend the members on, to be very open about this topic, right? But also, at the same time, it's quite relatable. I mean, I feel like already Crazier is talking about life as a whole, not just about, you know, your love life. It's about self-discovery, the journey that you take throughout life, especially when you get to adulthood. That's where things change, you know, where it feels like, things feel late. I mean, for someone who's coming in my 20s, right, people may think, like me, I feel like it's too late to start something. It's too late to continue something and see where it goes, you know what I'm saying? But people got to understand it's never too late to start, and it's never too late to continue what you want to do. But these inner thoughts and these constant worries, right, very relatable, and this uncertainty, especially, where they tackled a bit about that earlier on in this album in a different way. But wow, this line here, I asked myself, are you enough, right? I asked myself for that sort of reassurance factor, because you're in love, right? Love, whether it's love to someone else, but love of the fact of what you want to go for, you know what I'm saying? Is that love still there, right? Love the percussion work in this song. The strumming on the guitar here. About my childhood dreams. Wow. Wow, Kura. How's your heart? There's that crazy in a good way feel where it's like, I'm crazy for feeling more, you know, more than what I want to do, right? And we're talking about beyond those societal expectations of what you want to do, right? Jealous of being able to go crazy because you're in love, right? Wow. It really tackles, like, it really tackles the intricacies in life. I'm gonna talk about that more. Hold up, we're gonna hear this through more. Ooh, those light piano keyboard keys. Wow. On this field of thorns. What a song. And it leaves you almost at ease, pretty much, right? It consoles you in a way that's like the love for... Now I understand. It's not necessarily love for like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's the love about life. The love for your passion. The love that you want to do, right? And sometimes you're unsure of it, right? Is that love still there deep down inside your heart of what you're wanting to do, what you're currently on, right? And is it too late to pursue it even more? Is it too late to start? It goes on all ends of the spectrum, one being relatable to many of us out there, right? On this journey of this crazy cold world and all. But also 르세라핌 themselves, if you think about it, right? Their passion, their love to perform, to be 르세라핌, to be on the stage, to be an idol and a role model where these expectations are out of this world, right? Unrealistic and all, where the stage has been set and things are just so crazy by people thinking, oh, they should do this, they should do that. You know, it hurts me. Like, near the start of the song already, I'm like, I'm thinking about 르세라핌 already and what they're going through, what they've been through, and what they're still going through now, right? But the vocal approach, the sort of cinematic ending and cinematic moments that we get in this scene is powerful too, right? If you go back to that movie cliche line and you hear almost the samplings of that film tape going by, this very atmospheric feel that we get in Crazier, this is the perfect ballad by 르세라핌, everyone. But matter of fact is, I really think it also tackles about adulthood. You know, as we get into that adult stage, right? We miss those early days. That's why you feel a little bit of that nostalgia, right? Those earlier times where you didn't have to care. You didn't really worry about other people's thoughts, right? Other people, the way they judge you and the way they think about you and all. But once you transition to that adulthood, you do, you know, growing in that side, right? Especially a teenager in adulthood days where it's like, oh, I it's hard to not think about that stuff, right? And it's hard to also not to be jealous of other people's positions of what they're doing and all that stuff, right? While you're trying to figure it out still in the moment in itself, right? So like, if there is a song that is truly the definition about life, it's Crazier, everyone. Truly, this is the song and definition about life. We gotta dive into this yet again, everyone. This huge song that reflects upon the past, the present, and talking about the future with dreams and aspirations is huge, right? Especially if they're talking about, you know, going this crazier side in a good way. I keep saying this, but they talk about crazy in a good way throughout this entirety of this album. You know, I want to go crazy, but it's too late because, you know, I'm worried about what others might think of me right now. This is transitioning point of like making it huge, adulthood, or even in 르세라핌's case, being so well known to the point where it is hard to get crazier beyond what we have done in the past before, right? To really go against the grain because I'm worried about what others think of me and because I've been hurt before, right? Man, this cuts really deep. Another day of chasing her on the screen. Right, that ideal kind of type that I want to be. Oh my goodness. That movie cliche and that reality, oh, it really hits. This is this huge reflecting point. Now I understand it. Me outside of that rectangle, right? Outside of that box per se, right? I'm looking upon myself and asking, who am I, right? Who am I truly am? Who do I like to be? Who do I want to, who inspires me? But like, who do I want to be as I grow up here throughout this crazy life and this cruel, cold, hard world? You know what I'm saying? Jeez. It is too much. To the point where we ask ourselves, are we enough? Wow. It may seem so minimal, but that transitioning point where they bring back the instrumentation and the engine goes in this verse here, so powerful, right? It just emotionally hits you like that. What would you know when you've got everything, you know? What would you know when you got everything, you know? Even though it seems like you've got everything, sometimes it feels like you don't got everything in... It's hard to explain it in that way. It feels like you got everything, but you don't necessarily got everything at your hands, you know what I'm saying? Right? This is where that adulthood talk comes in, right? Don't want to let go about my childhood, because now that I'm at the beyond the point of my childhood and adulthood, right now things seem to be slipping away when it comes to my childhood dreams initially. I love that distant feel with Chaewon here. And that, like, the vocal clarity. Wow, like, Kazuha has very clean, natural vocal tone throughout this. Love her voice throughout this, right? The more I ask myself and check up on myself, it hurts even more and more. I love the ticking of, like, the hi-hats on the left side of our ears. Z4, feeling more. So powerful, right? And as we progress and progress, couldn't go crazy in my youth, you know, but hey, you know, I realize that I'm still beautiful the way I am as I've grown throughout life now into my adulthood. There's this huge turning point in the song. If you love something beyond sanity. Huge line, by the way. You've still bloomed from your childhood into your adulthood, beyond everything that may seem, you know, like a bunch of thorns that stuck out to you. You still bloomed and have grown throughout time. That is huge. You know what I'm saying? That sanity line really gets to me. And just to wrap it up, like, with the blooming on the thorns and all, that is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, right? It's really, truly hard to move on all those thorns. And how, thinking of that, and like with the hate that Sserafim has gotten, it was so naturally, like, so naturally unnecessary too, with the amount of hate and like the reasons of hate. It seemed like critique by some people, but no, it was pure nonsense and hate, right? I don't know, like, how things come to be in this darn like modern day and age of quote unquote critique and like all this about vocals and all. It's crazy how things be these days. But what a way to wrap up this album on a beautiful note, right? That was pure life and cinema at its finest with Crazier. But as a whole, I love how this album starts with Chasing Lightning, very cohesive with Crazy. Matter of fact, very cohesive for this album as a whole, right? Very Daredevil-esque and meaningful yet empowering, I should say, for all of us out here. Chasing Lightning, Crazy. Same goes with Pierrot and 1-800 Hot and Fun. That is more so straight to the point and also more so an anthem as well, just like how it plays out with Pierrot. But if I would have to choose a favorite B-side, I think I have to go with Pierrot. I tend to gravitate to 르세라핌's more so toned down energy and ballads, matter of fact, on their albums. But this time around, I think I gotta go with Pierrot. I think, to be fair, Crazier is times where, you know, I'm gonna listen to certain points as a nice reminder to even myself in life as I'm growing up and still figuring out what I want to pursue and what I want to do and all. And it is a good reminder of how I'm not too crazy to think ambitiously. I'm not too crazy to continue to pursue where I feel like I'm going to pursue it. But because if anything, if I realize I don't want to do it anymore, I can just switch lanes and do something else that will make me even more happier throughout life. You feel me? But I gotta go with Pierrot, and then I'd have to go with Crazier in terms of my favorite B-sides. I think it's fair to say 1-800 Hot and Fun is in its own lane, because like it's a song that you're gonna really enjoy concert performance in person. Hopefully I get to that point at a festival or a dedicated 르세라핌 concert to attend to. And then you got Crazy, where I feel like it's gonna always go buck wild, especially with verse 1 and verse 2 in the song, and just the iconic lines that play out. It may seem like nonsense, but it ended up being very purposeful as all well. So I think it's clear that this was a very cohesive album, tackling all sides to Crazy in a good way, about pursuing things, going against societal norms and the grain, right, and this self-assurance and all, and tackling dimensions of like uncertainty throughout life and all. So I think this is a clear 10 out of 10 for me. I'm not sure about you guys, but this is a really solid 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely one of my favorite mini albums of this year, even though Crazy is not my favorite #1 title track, but it is still up there, right? And I urge you guys to really enjoy these B-sides to the fullest, from top to bottom, and regardless, stream it non-stop, because I will myself. Take care as always, though. Let me know your favorite B-sides. Was there any relatable statements, anything in my analysis on this? I think I tackled more heavily on the lyrics this time around than the production, because I felt like the production was very straight to the point, especially Pierrot, very hip-hop heavy, trap percussion heavy with it. 1-800 Hot and Fun, right? It has that rock influence, Chasing Lightning. It links closely to that electronic dance clubby-esque feel that we got with Crazy. And then Crazier, right? A powerful, vulnerable ballad from 르세라핌 this time around. Oh my goodness. But as always, take care as always. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to like and subscribe, as it goes a long way and helps out the channel so much. Please tune in to the Patreon if you can, because there's a lot of fun live stages and exclusive Lennyverse content and episodes that I've been checking out on the Patreon there. But take care. This has been Garrison, and peace.